What would you do if a lie told by your own child threatened to destroy your marriage and ruin the reputation of a good man? In today's story, a mother is pushed to the brink and faced with a choice that no parent ever wants to make. My husband, Mark, and I have been married for a little over 5 years now. In all that time, his relationship with my 19-year-old daughter, Chloe, has been perfectly fine. It wasn't a storybook father-daughter bond, but they had a solid, respectful connection, an advice asked and given kind of relationship. I have never, not once, picked up on anything strange from Mark towards Chloe, and she has never said or even insinuated anything to make me worry. The night everything fell apart started innocently enough. On Thursday, Mark and I were curled up on the couch, watching a movie in the living room. About halfway through, we paused it so he could get up to use the bathroom. From the living room, I heard him knock on the bathroom door. It wasn't a faint tap. It was a clear, deliberate sound. He knocked twice, 3 loud raps each time, with a few seconds in between. I heard it plainly. The next thing I heard was a piercing scream. My heart leaped into my throat. I shot off the couch and rushed toward the hallway. The scene I found was pure chaos. My daughter, Chloe, was standing there completely naked, trying to cover herself with her hands, yelling at Mark to get out. For his part, Mark looked utterly horrified. He literally stumbled backward over his own feet, fumbling frantically to get the bathroom door closed, his face a mask of shock and panic. What happened? I demanded, my voice trembling. Mark, still flustered, tried to explain. I knocked, he stammered. Nobody answered, so I thought it was empty. I went in, and she was just there, in front of the mirror. I tried to get out as fast as I could. After Chloe had a moment to calm down and get dressed, I went to her room to get her side of the story. She said she was changing when, all of a sudden, Mark just walked into the bathroom. Why didn't you answer when he knocked? I asked her directly. Her response was instant. He didn't knock. Chloe, that's not true, I said, my voice firm. I was in the living room, and I heard him knock. I am absolutely sure that he did. That's when her story shifted. Oh, she said quietly, looking away. I didn't hear it. I had my AirPods in. I was listening to music. With that clarification, the tension seemed to dissipate. We got the situation sorted out. Mark apologized profusely to her again, explaining he truly thought the bathroom was empty. She even gave him a hug and apologized for screaming at him like that. I thought that was the end of it. A simple, mortifying accident. I was wrong. The problem truly began when Chloe decided to get other family members involved. She spun a whole new story, and that story made my husband out to be a creep. It started with a call from my sister, Linda. She was furious, berating me for still having Mark in my house. I was completely blindsided. What are you talking about? I asked. It turned out that Chloe had told a version of events that was a malicious work of fiction. She conveniently left out the crucial fact that she was wearing AirPods and couldn't hear anything. Instead, she told everyone that she had clearly answered him, and he still chose to walk into the bathroom to look at her. Chloe spun her story, embellishing and twisting the truth to her cousin, Haley, completely unaware that this single conversation, this single lie, would ignite a firestorm that would threaten to burn her entire family to the ground. We have a security camera in our hallway. It doesn't record audio, but the video footage clearly shows Mark standing at the bathroom door and knocking, just as he said. I sat my daughter down, my patience wearing thin. Chloe, why are you telling people this? I asked her. She immediately denied saying anything like that to anyone. Then how? I pressed. Does your Aunt Linda know a version of the story that isn't true? She went completely silent, her eyes darting away from mine. Finally, she mumbled that she'd talked to her cousin Haley about it. And Haley must have told her mother. Why did you lie, Chloe? Why would you make Mark look bad when he did absolutely nothing wrong? She just started to cry, whispering sorry. She claimed she was just talking and making up scenarios with her cousin, but the damage was done. The wrong story was spreading like wildfire, and with every call and text I received, my husband's character was being assassinated. And this revealed Chloe's fatal flaw at that moment. A selfish immaturity that prioritized her own social comfort over the truth and the well-being of the man who had been a part of her life for years. It was a choice that would seal her fate in the days to come. I sat her down one more time, my voice shaking with a mix of anger and despair. I made her read some of the vile things our own family was saying about Mark. You have to fix this, I told her. Your lies caused this entire mess. Her response was horrifying. She refused. she whined that she didn't spread it. She only told Haley. She didn't want to say anything to anyone because then they would think badly of her for lying. Her exact words were, "They know Mark. This will just blow over." But it didn't blow over. It exploded. That evening, everything came to a head when Mark walked into the living room, his duffel bags packed. His face was pale and drawn. "I'm going to stay with my parents for a while," he said, his voice devoid of emotion. "I can't be in this situation anymore. I can't be here while I'm being made out to be this kind of person." The sight of his bags finally broke through Chloe's selfish bubble. She completely broke down, apologizing over and over, promising she would fix it. But it was too late. Mark just shook his head and left. As the front door clicked shut, a commenter's insight on these situations echoed in my mind. "I would never move back to a home where someone has spread false sexual misconduct stories about me for no reason, and still lives there. I'd never be okay being alone with that person, even if they said it straight, even if they were sorry. Those kinds of rumors can and will ruin a person's entire life." With the silence of the house pressing in on me, I turned to my sobbing daughter. The love and patience I had were gone, replaced by a cold, hard resolve. "I want you to understand something," I said, my voice dangerously calm. "If I get divorced because of your lies, you will be moving out of my house. You had better fix what you did. You need to tell every single person the truth, because I will not lose a man that loves and actually cares for me over your pathetic need for attention." She looked up at me, her face streaked with tears. "Help me," she pleaded. "No," I said, feeling my heart harden with every word. "You are not a child anymore. You did this. Your lies did this. This is on you. Now, I'm being accused of not taking my daughter's side, of not providing a safe space for her. I truly don't know what to do. My husband needs space, my daughter is inconsolable, and I feel like my entire world is crumbling because of a senseless, destructive lie. Even if Chloe manages to fix it." Another user's comment rings with a painful truth. "My husband has every right to not want to live in the same house as her ever again, and I may still have a very hard decision to make." Chloe lied and had him labeled as a predator, and saw nothing wrong with that, as long as she didn't look bad. This story is a stark reminder that lies, especially those crafted for attention, can have devastating and irreversible consequences, fracturing trust and forcing impossible choices upon those we claim to love. What would you have done in my position? And do you believe a family can ever truly recover after a betrayal like this?